the Rephaim. The Rephaim, or Rephites, are mentioned several times in the Old Testament, and they are described as giants. These people's names literally mean the terrible ones. The Hebrew word Rephaim has two distinct meanings. It's a figurative description of the dead, similar to how we think of ghosts. Rephaim's second meaning is a mighty people of tall stature who live in Canaan. The term appears to be descriptive rather than ethnocentric, as in Jew or Assyrian. This video will concentrate on the second meaning. The Rephaim are mentioned for the first time in Genesis 14, when they were conquered in a battle with Chedorlaomer and his allies. When the Israelites first visited the Promised Land after their exodus from Egypt, they were terrified because it was inhabited by giants. The term used is Nephilim, which refers to Anak's sons. Numbers 13:33. We saw the Nephilim there, the descendants of Anak, come from the Nephilim. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them. Giants were found all over Canaan, but they were known by various names including Rephaim, Zuzim, Emim, and Anakim. According to Deuteronomy 2, the Rephaim, like the Anakites, were strong and tall. Deuteronomy 2:20-21. That too was considered a land of the Rephaites, who used to live there, but the Ammonites called them Zamzamites. They were a people strong and numerous, and as tall as the Anakites. The Lord destroyed them before the Ammonites, who drove them out and settled in their place. Og, the last of the Rephaim in his land, was described as having a bed 13 feet long and 6 feet wide. Could the Rephaim have been actual giants? The Septuagint uses the Greek word gygus and titanes to translate these and other verses, indicating that the ancient Jews thought of them as giants. They are commonly described as standing between 7 and 10 feet tall and are referred to as mighty men. The Egyptians wrote about giants who lived in Canaan, and other countries' folklore is replete with such examples. The ancient world accepted the presence of giants as historical fact, and the Bible depicts them as enemies who were destroyed either by God's judgment or in battle with men. So where did these enormous beings come from? Genesis 6 can give us some explanation. Genesis 6. When human beings began to increase in number on the earth, and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. Then the Lord said, "My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal. Their days will be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them. They were the heroes of old, men of renown. The Lord saw how great the wickedness of the human race had become on the earth, and that every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time. The Lord regretted that he had made human beings on the earth, and his heart was deeply troubled. So the Lord said, I will wipe from the face of the earth the human race I have created, and with them the animals, the birds, and the creatures that move along the ground, for I regret that I have made them. But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. This is the account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight and was full of violence. God saw how corrupt the earth had become, for all the people on earth had corrupted their ways. So God said to Noah, I'm going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. I am surely going to destroy both them and the earth. So make yourself an ark of cypress wood, make rooms in it, and coat it with pitch inside and out. This is how you are to build it. The ark is to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. Make a roof for it, leaving below the roof an opening 1 cubit high all around. Put a door in the side of the ark, and make lower, middle, and upper decks. I'm going to bring flood waters on the earth to destroy all life under the heavens, every creature that has the breath of life in it. Everything on earth will perish, but I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark, you and your sons and your wife and your sons' wives with you. You are to bring into the ark 2 of all the living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you. 2 of every kind of bird, of every kind of animal, and of every kind of creature that moves along the ground will come to you to be kept alive. You are to take every kind of food that is to be eaten and store it away as food for you and for them. Noah did everything just as God commanded him. But whatever Rephaim's origins, it is certain that a race of giants, strong, tall people, existed at one time, and many cultures interacted with them. Even now, there are people who grow to enormous proportions, whether due to genetic disorders such as gigantism, or to perfectly natural heredity.